Where did you dream up this idea? Was it a family vacation? Was it an amusement park?
Where was I when?
Yeah,
when
just
I,
kind
when
of,
I
yeah.
thought of it?
Where did you dream in your mind? Where?
Whew. Well, many ways to answer that question. I will start by saying, I'm a fan of Hitchcock, and he has several movies, Vertigo and The Birds, that sort of take place in this Bay Area setting, whether San Francisco, and there's not enough horror films that have gone to that very specific area with a very specific aesthetic. So I wanted to tell a story about a black family in that area and feel the freshness of that. Now, really, the doppelgangers have scared me ever since I was a kid.
It was that one scene with them on the driveway. I still can't get. That was like the moment of my anxiety.
That was the moment. Look, when I wrote that scene, and these four shadowy figures holding hands outside of the driveway, that was so I was like, okay, that is going to be an iconic moment, because it terrifies me just thinking about it.
It really was. I lost my breath.
Yeah.
In those moments.
Oh, good.
So you said that, obviously it's a horror movie with comedic elements, which we love about your style. But you said you also wanted to start a conversation. So what kind of conversation do you hope people are having after seeing the film?
I hope people are having an introspective conversation as individuals, but also collectively as a group. We really need to point the finger inward at the faction we identify with, and I feel like we've become too accustomed to pointing the finger outward at the other, at the invader or the enemy, who we perceive the enemy.
And you couldn't have asked for a more incredible cast. Lupita and Winston were magnificent, as were the children. Talk to me a little bit about Lupita and Winston taking these roles on and doing these dual roles.
Lupita was, I know she's, I've seen what she's been able to put herself through in terms of physical and emotional endurance, with 12 Years a Slave, which is such a brilliant performance. And she's iconic. I wanted this film to be led by an iconic black woman who would be a new horror heroine, but also villain. And she just came and she delivered. She knocked it out of the park. Winston was a little bit different than how I originally envisioned the movie, in that he has he's physically imposing and a dude that kind of makes you feel safe to be with. And I thought, like, well, do we want the audience feeling safe? But meeting him, and he's so charismatic, I realized subverting the safety that he provides would be a fun feat that I was up for. And he's an amazing talent, so grounded.
It was great. And getting those performances out of the children, too, were pretty amazing. I mean, they were.
It wasn't even about getting them out of them. I mean, these are real professionals. I mean, children who are intelligent, far beyond their years. Much more capable than many adult actors I know. So that was a real pleasure, and the family dynamic was real. It really developed a wonderful camaraderie.